Hello guys, my name is Ben Brenton, and today we're going to be doing another video. Been a while. Again, you pretty much all know now what it is, why I haven't been making videos lately and all that. Don't need to explain. I think now me saying this is a bit of a cliche. But alright, so we're going to be doing another recent pickups video. Yeah, 2 in a row. I think it's 2 in a row actually, yeah. Reason why, because recently I had my birthday, and got a lot of records to show, and quite a couple of CDs too. Actually 3 CDs, one of them being an EP, one 7-inch EP, my first 10-inch, so we're collecting 10-inches now. I think 5 12-inch albums, and one 12-inch single. Yeah, pretty much. So got quite a lot to do, got quite a lot to go through. I won't go into detail in every single one. Apart from the ones I do want to mention, but that's about it. Alright, let's just get onto it then. So, start off with the CDs then, just get them out of the way. First things first, is 19-2000 by Gorillaz. Also, I might mention that most of the stuff, some of the stuff isn't even from my birthday, some of it's from before, and some of it's for, like, my money spent. But yeah, this is their, single for, their debut. Really great song in my eyes, very catchy. Probably their most child-friendly song they've ever made, I guess. I would probably have to say that, yeah. Really, really cool insert right here. Really do like the photo of Gorillaz in here. If you're wondering about my thoughts on Humans recently, I already did an album review on it. If many of you want to know, but honestly, I feel like my school's kind of gone down now. I am sort of disappointed with the album, just because I don't really feel like it was, like, that great. Honestly speaking, just didn't really, like, seem that original. There wasn't too much of Damon Albarn on that album. There was way too many features. Way too many, honestly. Like, I think there was only, like, I don't think there was any songs on that album which didn't have a collaboration. I mean, there was Busted in Blue. That's like the closest we have to a solo Gorillaz song, but other than that, no. But like that song itself does feature a collaborator on. I forgot her name, but it does feature a collaborator. So basically, no solo songs from that feature 2D or Damon Albarn. I guess the only thing you could count really is this song Sleeping Powder, which is great. I really do love that song. But anyways, getting off track of Gorillaz, let's go on to another band which I do love, Radiohead, and their song No Surprises, which is my favorite song from them of all time. Yeah, features No Surprises, also features Meeting in the Eye, Azo, I believe that's how you say it, and Low. I've heard Low before. I think that's a great song. I do really love the artwork to Ogre Computer. It's probably some of the greatest artwork, along with another Radiohead album, in Rainbows and Kid A as well. But this is the inside. This comes in Digipack, just a standard CD, really. Okay, that's it with the CD singles. Now let's go on to the my EP. This is an EP I've been wanting for quite a while now, actually. Fairly rare, I'd say. Like, not incredibly rare, but quite rare. I mean, the LP version of this is extremely rare and quite expensive, but I managed to get this for like £15 on like Discogs. It was like, that's usually the price it goes for, really. And like, gotta be honest, I think this is probably my favourite EP of all time. That EP being Coldplay's The Blue Room EP. I love this EP. Every single song I pretty much love. Especially the 3 tracks, Bigger Stronger, one of the greatest Coldplay songs ever made. For like about 5-6 minutes long. It's so good. Don't Panic, which is a different version compared to the version that you probably all know of on Parachutes. That version's great in itself, but this one here is a very dark and atmospheric version. I recommend it. It's really, if you're going to take anything away from this EP, I'll probably recommend the Don't Panic. And High Speed as well, which is the same version on Parachutes. That's a great song. See You Soon is a more acoustic affair. I guess it's sort of probably might be my least favorite on the EP if I have to choose if I had to choose a song, but I think it's still a great song, honestly. And Such a Rush is just excellent. I love it. I love that song to death. Such a Rush. I believe it appeared on a B side on one of the singles for Parachutes. I think it did, or I'm thinking of one of the songs from the Safety EP which came out before, which I would get if it didn't cost so much and the copies weren't so limited. I think only 500 ever made, and I look at the prices and it's like £700, 1,000, quite expensive. But comes in a digipack again. The CD I really like though, and my goal is to hopefully get the LP for this someday, which isn't nearly as expensive as the Safety EP. I mean, it's fairly expensive. It's like 60 quid up to 120 quid, about that. Hell, I think the promo blue copies are actually slightly cheaper. Well, when compared to the other stuff, but that's about it. Alright, moving on to my only 7-inch. It's another EP actually, and it's from a band which I've been getting into for the past few months. It's the Jesus and Mary Chain, and it's their EP, Some Candy Talking. I don't know. I'm just gonna turn on the light just because I feel like you guys can't really see it properly. Does that help? Hopefully. Let's just see. Yeah, sort of helps, but yeah, sorry for the lighting issues. But basically, this is an EP which contains 3 songs. It came out between the cycle of Psycho Candy and Darklands. Features the songs Some Candy Talking, Psycho Candy, and Hits. All 3 songs are really good. But in particular, I gotta say Some Candy Talking is probably the best song. And Psycho Candy and Hit are really good. Hit probably being my least favourite though, just because I do feel like it does feel like it slightly drags, even though it's like 3 minutes and 25 seconds. I don't know why, it just feels like it goes on for too long. But this is the 7-inch on Wii Records. I think Wii Records, I believe. Not Nintendo Wii, or something that comes out of your bowels or whatever. Sorry for mentioning all that stuff. But just WEA. I don't think I've really heard of that company before, but I think they're usually the records are usually pressed on Creation Records, which is what most of their stuff is pressed on, I believe. Yeah, I actually think that's all of their albums up to 98's Monkey, I believe, and all their singles as well. I struggle getting this one in for some reason. Oh, god damn it. I hate this. I do like this EP, but damn, it takes a while to get it in. Alright, fine, I've got it in. Okay. Alright, next up is a band which is probably turning into my favourite. Like, actually, no, not my favourite. One of my favourites recently. In my top 5, honestly, probably number 5, if I had to say. Band I really love. It's my 10-inch I want to discuss. It's the Flaming Lips with Bad Days from Cloud Stakes Metallic. This is the single version. Oh, God's sake, I'm gonna just turn on another light. So I don't think you guys can see anything. There we are. I think that's much better now. Is that much better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, good. And then, so Bad Days. It's probably one of the best songs on Cloud Stakes Metallic. Not the best. Okay, Nand. I'm not too sure if you heard that at all, but think that's probably my dog downstairs. Probably. What the hell was that? That sounded really demonic, honestly. But okay, back onto conversation. Bad Days, really good song. Prefer the album version over the edited edition. It's not the best song on Klaus Dace Metallic. That my favorite, Lightning Strikes the Postman, The Abandoned Hospital Ship, Kin's Watermelon Gun, and also as well, This Here Giraffe, and actually no, When You Smile as well. That's a really good song. I kept it in shrink wrap because it just came in when it came in the shrink wrap when I got it from Discogs. It is a official record store day released. My first record store day item actually. If you've noticed in the background, that poster there is I thought it was pretty cool because it had a little bit of a fangasm, if you will, but I pretty much had a fangasm over the fact because it's a poster for My Bloody Valentine's EP. Made me realise such good stuff. Then I mean I knew that like they were sort of inspired by My Bloody Valentine, but yeah. It comes in on a green LP, like a really beautiful marbled green LP. I don't know if you can really see it properly, but trust me, the marbledness is beautiful. This is like one of my most beautiful records. I love it, honestly. And it includes the songs Bad Days, the edited version, a demo for She Don't Use Jelly, probably one of their most popular songs. Girl with hair like an explosion, and a demo version for a song called Giraffe, which I probably assume is This Here Giraffe. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the EP. I do love the colours of the record though. I think it's great. I do want to buy the other 10 inches. This Here Giraffe and Brainville. That's pretty much it. Bad Days. Alright, let's get on with the LPs then. Well, the 12 inches, I mean. Where do we start? Let's start off with the single. This is one I actually got today. It's for like £15. It's one of the classic shoegaze bands. Well, not the main three, which the main three are like My Bloody Valentine, Ride, and Slowdive. Slowdive I've actually been getting into a lot recently, but the band Swerve Driver, I meant, and it's their single for Jewel. I do like the song Jewel. I think it's really good. It's more alternative, grungy than shoegaze, I'd say, but that's pretty much it. I do love this cover though. It's just seems like a doll. It looks like a doll on like, what was it, bumper carts? I think. Yeah, I think it's bumper carts. And it's got like so many lights. It's so great. And in the background you got, on the back you got water pistols. So comes with a art print of that photo, and the LP is in here. Just on a black vinyl. Includes the other songs and that. Just check Planes Over the Skyline and Year of the Girl. If I'm being honest, I haven't really checked out too much of Swerve Driver. This is a bit of a blind buy for me, honestly. But I do want to try and get into this band just because I do love the genre of shoegaze. Another album which I really love of that my main albums are Isn't Anything by My Bloody Valentine. I have sort of decided now that I do kind of prefer that over Loveless, and also as well MBV. Which MBV, my god, MBV is a great album, but yeah. And of course Loveless is a masterpiece. Another album, Rides Nowhere as well, and Slowdive's Zovaki, just beautiful albums. But I also really love D-Verb's A Storm in Heaven. That's a really great shoegaze album. And yeah, you heard me, The Verve, the same guys who created Bittersweet Symphony, probably one of the greatest Britpop songs ever made. Yeah, quite weird. They originally started off as shoegaze bands, but then again, most bands of Britpop started off as shoegaze. Lush, for instance, even though most of their careers are shoegaze, and Blur with Leisure, you could pretty much argue that's a shoegaze album. But alright, let's go on to the actual albums then. First one I want to show is one that my friend gave to me, Pink Floyd's Meadow. This is probably my favourite from them. I really do love this album to death. I think it's very beautiful. My favourite, I do really love the 22-minute song Echoes, even though that's probably the most cliched choice to say it's your favourite on this album. I gotta be honest, I just love that song. And another song I really love is Fearless. I think that's a great song too. This is the insert. I do believe this. I checked on Discogs just to back up my proof, and my friend also told me this, but it's one of the first issues. I'm not sure if it's the first pressing of the album, but if it is, then this is probably my rarest record. But it's from EMI. It's a yellow labeling, and yeah, I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm not too sure if this is actually, original. I know it's from the 70s. This pressing, but I'm not too sure if it's from 1971. If it is, then that's cool. This is pretty much my rarest record. Alright, moving on from there, let's just go on to, I'm gonna go through these ones a bit faster now. Radiohead's classic album, Kid A. I'll go through the 3 albums which I got for my birthday. Kid A is one of them. I love this album to death. The title track is fantastic, very beautiful. Everything in its right place is very haunting. The national anthem is very chaotic. How to Disappear Completely is probably probably the most emotional song on the album. What other songs do I love? Idioteque, very danceable track. Morning Bell as well, I think that's a great song. And the fantastic Closer motion picture soundtrack. I believe it's an organ that's used in the song. I'm not too sure though. But as I mentioned before, this artwork is fantastic. I love this artwork to death. I'll just slide it here. The inserts are really beautiful too. It also comes with a download card as well. I won't show the LPs just because I do want to get through these quite fast. Alright. The second one I got was an album which I've wanted for quite some time now. Oasis, Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. One of their best albums in my opinion. It's weird because this album gets a lot of hate. Probably their most hated album, honestly. Well, that or Be Here Now. Actually, yeah, now I realise that Be Here Now is probably the most hated. But I do really love this album. I think it's psychedelic. It's very different to what they were doing back in the 90s. Just take the song, for instance, Who Feels Love. It's so different from what they'd done back then, but I do love it for what it is. Another song I love is the first track. I'm not going to say the title because it's very odd, to say the least. Go Let It Out is very catchy. It's probably their catchiest, most Oasis song on the album. If you kind of get what I mean, their most Oasis song. Gas Panic is an epic song. Like really, it is epic. I really do like the song "Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is." I think that's probably one of the more underrated songs that they've done. Yeah, what can I say? Great album. Comes with a the insert. Comes with a insert here. Quite pretty cool stuff. Also comes with this as well. A sheet just of artwork. Alright, and the next one on my list is another Coldplay album, but I think it's their best album that they've ever made. Viva La Vida with Death of All His Friends. This album is fantastic. It's probably their masterpiece in my opinion. Great songs on here include Life in Technicolor, very like it is a great opener as it kind of just starts off with all kinds of instrumentals just spread across the song to make it a very beautiful song. Cemeteries of London is incredibly dark. Um, what's that? Viva La Vida, the song you guys all know. They're both probably one of the more popular songs they've ever made. Violet Hill is just wow, probably their best single. Might just be one of the best singles, honestly. And Strawberry Swing, probably their most underrated single. I love so much. It's such a great song to probably lie down in the fields to. If you know what I mean. I should also mention one of the songs which isn't mentioned on track listing but is on the album. Um, Chinese Sleep Chan. It's their attempt at a shoegaze song. Yes, you heard me right. Coldplay doing shoegaze. It's weird. It's a weird idea, and honestly, when I first heard it, I didn't think they would pull it off. Though I did kind of keep in mind that the early albums did sort of kind of have shoegaze elements, like especially the Blue Moon EP, but very Radiohead-ish they did back then. But I gotta say that song is really great. The this is the inside. This album it has the theme of being set during the French Revolution. That's the artwork seen this. I'll show you what it comes with a booklet. I'll just show you a couple of pages. Very beautiful art. And a photo of the band. Yeah, what can I say? This is their masterpiece, honestly. That or Russia Blood to the Head or X and Y, because those three albums, they're probably the trilogy of excellence from Radiohead. No, Coldplay. All right, 3 more to go. Next up, I want to mention is probably my newest album here. It came out just like a few days ago. I think about a week ago now. This band I really do love. The Horrors with their album V. Yeah, V. Ever since I listened to their song Mirror's Image, I've been kind of hooked onto this. I've been very much hooked onto this band. It kind of this whole aesthetic kind of just resembles the Japanese pressings of albums. This is the insert slides. Very awesome artwork. And this album is very much a contender for best album of this year, which I will be doing a list. I will be definitely be doing an favorite albums list. My favorite songs on here, Hologram I really love, Press Enter to Exit, Machine, Weighed Down I think is great. The best song on the entire album is probably Something to Remember Me by, the 6-minute closer, so beautiful, such a great song. I think I recently did a video to that, which I thought was alright. But yeah, this album is great. I say I might as well also mention that some other contenders for best album of the year will also have to be Father John Misty's Pure Comedy and Juice the Mary Chain, Damage and Joy as well. Those are some really good albums. Slowdive's new album is beautiful, and Ride as well. Their new album's pretty good too. And no, Gorillaz' new album will be on the list. But alright, next up we're gonna go on to the Flaming Lips with Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots. Their most popular album. It was probably the only album I could find in HMV at that time. I do really want to get. I do have another album coming in the way. A pink coloured vinyl for In a Priest Driven Ambulance. But yeah, that's not to discredit this album, but I'd say it's not my favourite from them though. Clouds Taste Metallic is my favourite album from them. And it didn't initially surprise me when this happened, but I didn't realise it until now, but it was on a red clear vinyl. This is my first clear vinyl that I have, and very beautiful. I really do like their vinyl pressings, the Flaming Lips do. They're probably the best band when it comes to vinyl pressings. some songs I really do like on this album, I would have to say are I do Fight Test was the first song I ever listened to from the band. One More Robot / Symphony 3021, that's a great song. Both parts of You Shoot Me Battles the Pink Robots, particularly part 2, I think that's great. Are You a Hypnotist, that's a great song as well. Ego Trip and the Gates of Hell, Do You Realize? For sake. I'm just going to check something. Pause. Hello, alright, sorry about that. It was just, I was checking, if somebody was in the house, just because the door kept on, like, opening and closing and all that. But, no, nobody's in the house. it's, well, apart from my dog, but that's about it. Alright. The final album I want to show is it's another album I've gotten just recently. I was surprised that I didn't have enough records. I didn't have any records from this band, because this is probably the first band I ever truly loved. I mean, the first band I ever got into was The Killers, but this is the band I first truly loved. Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. I also thought, as well as Chester, as you know, recently committed suicide. I thought it'd be great commemoration to get an album and to get their most popular album, probably. What can I say? This is a fantastic album. Best tracks on this album, With You, I think that's a great song. Points for 40 was my childhood anthem. Yeah, I used to think I was really cool listening to Linkin Park back then. And then again, that was back into that was like 2000s me back then, when I was like 6 or 7 back then. By Myself, I think it's a really good song. Place for My Head, love that guitar riff used in the song. Pushing Me Away is a great closer. Paper Cut is a great opener to the album. Runaway as well. Just so many really good songs, honestly. In the end, I am sort of sick of, just because of how many times it gets played. And Crawling is just a bit off for me. I don't know what it is, but I just don't really enjoy the song that much. I mean, it's probably not my favourite album from Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory, but my two favourites from them are 1,000 Suns and You're Gonna Find This Odd, but Minutes to Midnight. Those are my two favourite albums from them, but yeah, Hybrid Theory is definitely third place. An issue I consider their remix album, Reanimation, which, check it out. Trust me, check it out. It's really underrated, honestly. It is such a good remix album. But, okay, that's about it. Jesus Christ, wait, album? This video is nearly half an hour long. Wow. I guess that does compensate for the lack of videos I've been making recently. But I hope you enjoy the video. I might be doing a couple reviews next time on my thing, because I do want to mention a couple songs like Bjork's new song, The Gate, that recently came out. And I might do a review on Horrors V, if you guys want to see that. If any of you guys are interested, I might do an album review of V by the Horrors. Might do that. And yeah, that's about it. Alright, my name is Ben Brenton, and I shall see you guys later. Bye bye.